What's up, guys? I'm Nick.
And I'm Mara.
And let's chat.
Satire on the beat.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. This is episode 8, and we just kind of wanted to switch things up a little bit and talk about whether or not there's a such thing called being like overprotective when you're a parent. And I really want to talk about this after something that I saw. Plus, we're gonna do an episode after you finish watching the show about the whole Gypsy Rose Blanchard case. If you guys are not familiar with that, we'll talk about that in another episode. But you're gonna go ahead and start the timer.
Yes, 30 minutes.
All right. Go. So the question that I had was, I was driving and I saw a little boy leaving the store by himself, walking down the street, and he looked like he couldn't be no older than like 5 years old. And I was just like, why is this baby out here by himself? Like, ain't nobody out here. So I'm like, my mentality is being too overprotective, like, your kids, you always got to be with your kids and like watching them, or is that just something that just seems okay, like he's going to the corner store, right?
I don't know, at 5 I think that is a little young to be dolo walking to the store. But I remember like being 8, 9, 10 with all of us walking to the store. Like, at least we had to have somebody with us.
Yeah, but like by yourself.
I think in that sense, it's just a different time, to be honest. I think people,
but I feel like people
these kids are more advanced. Not to say that that's gonna stop them from if anything terrible is gonna happen, but
I feel like we're in a time period where people are just crazier too. Like.
That's true.
Letting your kids walk out, like be outside unsupervised or walk into the store unsupervised, and you don't know somebody gonna grab your kids. Like a couple years ago, there was a post that was on Facebook from about a girl that I went to high school with. She's like maybe a year behind me or whatever. But the post was basically people watch your kids because she was at the public market and it was on a day where it was really crowded. She's holding her child's hand, but a guy grabbed her daughter's other hand and tried to pull her away. And now she hadn't been holding her daughter's hand. It's crowded. So it's not like she's watching her daughter. It's not like her daughter's in front of her. Her daughter was probably like either off to the side or to the back or whatever. And she's holding her hand there, walking through the crowd. And somebody grabbed her daughter's hand and tried to walk off with her daughter. But obviously she felt the tug because she holding her child's hand. So I don't know. It's just maybe... I don't know if I feel like I'm just being like, what if I'm not a parent, so, but I feel like if I was a parent, I would be one of those people like how we were raised with how should, well, that brings me to another thing. I think we were raised differently.
What?
In the sense that as the oldest child, mommy was very, very strict and overprotective, but as the younger child, you got away with a little bit more.
I disagree. I think you're saying that because I got pregnant at a young age. But I definitely remember you being in high school, going to parties and stuff like that, and sleeping over your friend's house and all that. I did not have that luxury.
I don't see it that way.
I always felt like you were mommy just let you do everything, and I could never do nothing.
we seeing this differently. Yeah. Maybe we need to have mommy
like at parties where she knew y'all was gonna be drinking all them little play parties and stuff. No, don't try to act innocent.
I did not go to any play parties where it was like, oh, mommy knew I was gonna be drinking. So, that is a bold face.
Drama Club, Sarah and all y'all. Oh shit, should I not say people's names?
I guess you could say people's names.
Sarah and all y'all was at a party. You got mad drunk and was blacked out and all that. That happened in high school, my friend. See, it
happen in high school.
It was so many drunken parties. This is not I'm not talking about the fire hydrant issue. I know for a fact you were in high school. You always was in these little plays and stuff at school. And y'all had y'all little celebration parties on your the closing night or whatever, the closing weekend. And y'all would get drunk.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
Sorry, I do not. I remember.
You felt like I got away with a lot.
I feel like you got away with a lot.
Nah, I surely didn't.
No, I definitely feel like you got it. I
did, but there was nothing for me to do. Like, I went to work and I went to school. I didn't do anything. I had one friend in high school. Besides, like, once I started hanging with the people down the street, like, I don't want to keep saying people's names. But once I stopped hanging with the people on the street, like, they moved away. I only had that one friend in school. That didn't turn out too well. I guess we see it differently
because I always have that conversation with people at work, and it's always the oldest child is the test child. That's the one where the parents are always overprotected. I think that
you only going by that because people say that. But
no, but that's how I've always felt as well. I've always felt that way growing up. Is that you were?
It definitely wasn't that way.
As it went down, because there's 4 of us. As it trickled down, once it got to you.
Mm-mm.
I've always felt like you've gotten a little...
That's not true, but I never really wanted to do anything anyways. I worked and I went to school. Like, I've been working since I was 14. I wanted to do nothing but
I remember she didn't have a problem with you having a boyfriend. She had a problem when she found out that I had a boyfriend.
Because she know I wasn't doing nothing. She know you was going to get drunk at parties and stuff.
She did not.
I was at work and at home all the time.
And I wasn't at work and at home all the time. I had no
drunk at the drama club parties. So she was concerned.
I was not getting drunk at drama club party. I do not remember this. Anybody that was in drama club with me, I'm gonna need y'all to comment below.
Parties.
And it wasn't even drama club. It was like
I know. I'm just saying.
You know, but anybody
had little plays and stuff.
Anybody that went to school with me and was in the play with me, please comment below and tell me if y'all remember us being blacked out or me or us drinking like that. I don't remember
in high school. Yeah,
in high school, I don't remember that. That's not a part of my memory.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It did happen.
I don't remember that. I've always felt like you were the one that got away with the most because you were the baby. And you're spoiled.
You feel like, and this is another reason why I'm going to say you feel like that is because you and Michael, I can't even say Devin, but between you and Michael, y'all yourselves got your own little baby and thing with me. So I kind of feel like that's why you see it like that. But from mommy's viewpoint, it definitely wasn't. To be honest, she really was strict on all of us. The boys just got away some way, somehow. But I don't think that she gave... No, I do think she gave you more favoritism than she gave me. But I don't think it was to a point where it was, like, so unfair. Like, now that I'm older, I can understand, like, at 13, you telling me, no, I can't go to the movies by myself on a double date with my friend... As opposed to you when you're 16, like, I get it now because I'm a parent, like, I can see the difference as to why, like, your age, the maturity, whatever the case may be, like, I can get it now, but, like, I probably thought it was unfair then, but I never wanted to do nothing for her to be lenient about. What the heck?
Mommy, comment below.
I treat everybody equal.
She probably is gonna say that. I treat everybody the same.
That's all.
But I feel like she was strict with all of us. I just always felt like.
But that's because y'all babied me for however long, even to this day. Like spoiled. I'm spoiled, but that is y'all's fault. Now I can't make myself spoiled. What the heck?
But y'all always try to say that I'm spoiled, and I'm not spoiled.
I think what your thing is, this is not even on the topic of being overprotective.
No, it's not. We just jumped into a whole different thing. But.
Your thing was, in the family, Grandma favored you.
Grandma, I don't think
Yes, I've asked any of our cousins. You was Grandma favorite, so anytime we wanted something, we always would try to get you. Do you?
Always.
Don't it make sense now?
Y'all will always do that. You go ask Grandma if we
because you got your way with Grandma. You was the firstborn,
but I don't
Grandma
think
gave you everything. Yeah, right.
I don't think that Grandma favored me though. I do know, as I was the oldest, and y'all always asked me to go like ask her questions. And I always would ask y'all why.
Because she always would. 9 times out of 10, she would say yeah to you, as opposed to saying yeah to anyone. You had a better chance of getting a yeah than any of us. So that's why we sent you. So that's how if anybody showed you favoritism, it was Grandma.
I don't know. Well, that's probably why y'all all say I'm spoiled, but I don't think Grandma favored me.
Yeah, she did.
I think Grandma. I don't think Grandma had a favorite.
Cousins, comment below. Like, come on now. Yeah, I know what it is. You was Grandma's favorite.
I don't think I was. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of favorites, do you think every parent has a favorite child?
No,
it's a whole different topic, but I'm really curious about this.
I honestly can't say that I have a favorite child. I love all my kids, but they all get on my nerves in the same way. So there's different things that I love about each of them, and then there's other things that I just want to get rid of about them. Like, but that's what makes them them. Like,
I was talking to somebody at work, and they mentioned, oh my God, I can't even remember who it was, but I think they mentioned that there was somebody, their grandfather or their father, somebody told them flat out, "You're my favorite."
I mean, there are cases where I believe that people have favorite children. I mean, where you'll see one person in the family, they get treated with the good, and then you get the other ones like Cinderella. Those were, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Like, I do believe that people can have favorite kids. Like, or you have like these parents who have more than one kid, and that one kid is like the star athlete, so they get all the attention, or they're like the favorite kid, or you put all your time and effort into that one
and don't
child,
focus on the rest of them
ones.
or the
Yeah. So in that sense, I can say like that will make you have a favorite child.
Do you think mommy has a favorite?
No.
she can't stand none of us.
She don't like none of us.
She can't stand none of us. Oh gosh. So if she did, who do you think would have been her favorite? If she did have
today,
a favorite?
me, because she know I ain't gonna put her in her nursing
Oh, I already told her she going to a nursing home. So, she keep messing with me.
It gotta be between me and Michael.
I was gonna say probably Michael.
And she might like him a little bit.
She might like him a little bit.
She might have a favorite child. I just thought about that.
She might like Michael a little bit.
Like Michael a little bit more.
And I think she have a favorite grandchild.
Who, Armani?
No, I don't think it's Armani. I think at the moment it's Kenna.
That don't count though, because it's only momentary.
I think at the moment it's Kenna. When you said I was grandma's favorite,
but that was always.
I wasn't.
That wasn't
always
a momentary thing.
No, it was.
She
not
didn't
go
through like, oh, Nikki my favorite, now Mara my favorite, now whatever. Like, no, it was just.
It was not at all. No. Is it because I live with her?
Over the years, do you recall anybody else being put up? Maybe you and Kiera got put up because Kiera was her other favorite. So anybody besides y'all two, who got put up to ask grandma to do something when we wanted to?
It was probably mostly me.
Exactly my point.
But that was
so
from
you were
y'all.
Forever her favorite.
But that was from y'all perspective. But I don't think grandma had a favorite.
Oh God.
I don't think she did.
Yes, she did.
I don't think she did.
She did.
No.
She did.
Do you have a favorite aunt?
Auntie Neat.
You said it?
Yeah, I said it. Auntie Neat. Everybody favorite aunt.
Yeah.
For the
most
most
part,
surrogate.
She kind of took over after grandma passed away.
Yeah, but I kind of got a different relationship with Auntie Neat anyways, because I lived with her when I was pregnant with Keon.
Yeah.
So
I lived with grandma, so that might have been a different relationship.
She's literally been the only person that has been my children's daycare provider, all three of them. Because I guess I'm kind of overprotective in that. I've never put my kids in an actual daycare facility. They went from neaters to school, and that was it. So was no in between.
Why wouldn't you put your kids in a daycare facility?
I don't trust people.
Is it because the reports that you hear, or
I'm just not trusting the people, and then it was a daycare that my little cousins was in, and then they go to take the 2-year-olds. The teachers can't even properly wipe these babies when they go to the bathroom if they potty train. You leaving a baby with what if they poop in school? You can't help them wipe. I shouldn't have to be cautious about your teachers that you should have been putting through a background check and screening and all that. Wiping my 2-year-old, that's what they're here for. You're supposed to take care of them. Stuff like that. I heard about a lady changing the baby's diaper on the stove and the baby got burned.
Oh, no way.
That happened a couple, when Keon was a baby, I heard about it. You hear about people she didn't know the stove was on, but why are you changing a child on the stove anyways?
I heard a story years ago. And it was just, well, I didn't even hear it. It was like a video that was circulating on Facebook. And videos like that, I start them and then I have to stop it because it is like, it makes me not want to have kids.
And
yeah,
stuff.
You leave somebody to babysit your child and they beating them, shaking them, throwing them around, kicking them, punching them. I'm just like, this makes me not want to have kids in this day and age because you don't know who to trust. Like,
so recently, in the Rochester City School District, did you hear about the little boy? He was in special ed, I believe, and the teacher was duct taping his hands and his mouth.
Nope.
This literally happened within the last couple weeks.
I did not hear
right
about that.
Here in a city school. So another teacher said that the teacher came and asked her for duct tape. The one teacher came and asked her for tape. She said that she gave her tape or whatever. Here go the lady coming back saying, oh, it's not strong enough. I need something stronger. So how the lady found out, the other teacher found out that the lady was getting the tape to tape up the boy, I don't know. But she
probably
said
went to go investigate. Like, what you need this
found the
tape
boy
for?
with his hands and his mouth taped up. And the lady said that he was, I don't know, he was like basically trying to break out when she got in there, obviously. But this is like in a school even. That is crazy.
See, that's stories like that is why I think I would be an overprotective parent or afraid to have kids in general because of stuff like that. Like, how dare you? I leave my child in your care and
that's
you
crazy.
Are doing something like that. Listen, so because that makes me think about that whole Gypsy Rose thing, and I can't wait until you watch the show so we could talk about it. I want to talk about this so bad. I cannot wait until you watch the show so we can talk about it.
I've seen really a little snippets of it.
But it's just, even with like, that is a whole different story. Like, I feel like that mom was being overprotective, but she was also
mooching,
abusing. It wasn't even so much mooching. She was abusing that girl. But that's a whole nother story. You actually have to watch the show so that you could get it. But I don't know. Like, I'm kind of like that.
I don't think there's a such thing as being overprotective. I think it's just the means in which you go to keep your children protected.
Okay.
Like I think I'm one of those like overprotective parents. Like, I'm old school still. When somebody want to come over or my kids want to go over their house, like, I gotta beat your mom. Like, we gotta talk and make sure that it's okay, right? Yeah. Like, I don't just, you can't just, you can up and go. It's not like that.
Yeah.
I still don't, to this day, put my kids in daycare. If I need a babysitter, I call Auntie Neat, and my kids go there. Like, for 10 years now, she's been my babysitter. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So I guess maybe
I told this is so bad. But my kids have the worst experience with their bus driver and the monitor this year. They done had 2 or 3 different monitors. I done told my kids to cuss this bus driver out, everything. That's how bad it is because I don't play. We done got on the bus. The little girl was, older girl was hitting Kaylani on the bus. I told the bus driver, like, Luke actually got on the bus. And he asked him to move her seat because she's complaining about getting hit by this girl. She's older than her in a higher grade, whatever. Oh, yeah, it's no problem. They go to school. Kaylani said he didn't move her seat that morning. Coming home from school, he didn't move her seat. So the next morning, now you got to get me on the bus. I try to send Luke because I know he going to keep his cool longer than I will. So now you done set her next to this girl 2 times now. And this morning, like, I could tell he wasn't about to make her move because as soon as she got on the bus, he seen me coming behind her, and now he gonna tell her to sit in the front seat.
Yeah.
You didn't have that seat designated for her this morning.
Yeah.
So
they have assigned seats on the buses?
They have assigned seats on the buses.
I don't remember having assigned seats when we
so,
rode the bus.
Like, they tell me all this, the man trying to, you can't get on the bus. No, I will get on this bus, and I'm going to tell you, if I find out my daughter is sitting next to that girl again, it's going to be an even bigger problem. Now my husband got to come get back on the bus and get with you because you don't want to listen. Like, you just told him it was fine, it wasn't a problem, but then when I got on the bus, he wanted to get loud or whatever. But anyways, that was a whole nother issue. But these kids telling me the bus monitor grabbing Kaylani by the hood and dragging her across the street. And all this. Oh, no. You're right. I'm about to come and get on this bus as many times as I need to.
See, that don't make no sense. Okay, but I want to jump to something else. Speaking of hitting, somebody shared on Facebook a post that a mom got arrested and I guess is being charged with assault because she jumped in. She helped her daughter when she was getting jumped. Do you think that she was in the right or in the wrong?
I mean, I would have helped my daughter if it was a whole bunch of girls trying to fight her.
I agree.
I don't care.
I agree. And I think to have her charged with something is, you know, you can't necessarily say, well, she's an adult and they're kids, but
it was a gang.
It was a gang, and they were jumping her. Like, I'm going to need to protect my child. Because that reminds me of a story that happened years ago here. I don't know if you remember it, but it was some kids went to go jump some lady's daughter or whatever, and she jumped in and she got killed. Like, I can't remember, did they beat her to death or did they stab her?
She got stabbed.
She got stabbed, but because she jumped in to try to, I don't even think she jumped in to fight these kids. She was trying to get her daughter out of the fight.
Something like that.
And protect her daughter and get her daughter out of the fight, and she died. And then I'm guessing these girls got off, is what I remember, if I'm remembering the story correctly.
One person got charged in it.
But yeah, so I think if, you know, that's not being overprotective, that's protecting your child. Like, that's like, you know, y'all not gonna jump her. We're not gonna do that. If y'all want to fight, it's gotta be a one-on-one.
Some people would look at that as overprotective because as a parent, you shouldn't get yourself involved in children's things. But that also brings me to the lady who went to her daughter's class, and she told them, if y'all got a problem, y'all gonna stop bullying my daughter. Get anybody over 18, and I will fight them. Like
she requested people over 18.
Yeah, she said, your mom, your aunt, sisters, your cousins, anybody over 18, I will fight.
We can handle this.
Well, point blank, period. Like, it's nothing.
This world is getting crazy. I don't even know how people still think about having kids in this day and age, because it scares me, y'all. And I have anxiety.
There's certain things that I don't worry about. Like, I'm not really, even though I live in the hood or whatever, I'm not scared to let my kids go outside alone because I watch my neighbors and I see how everybody is. Like, we all speak to each other. Not to say that a serial killer couldn't be next door or whatever, but if I don't feel comfortable about it, I don't let them go. But I know, like, they know where their limits is. Like, when we was little, you could go from this side of the yard to this end of the yard.
And don't you go any farther.
It ain't no further than that. That's what I tell my kids,
And if I come outside and you farther than that, you coming in the house.
Exactly that. Or sometimes I'll just let them go sit on the porch. But I know, like, especially when we lived on our old street, it was a real bad street. But there was so many people that, like, the kids, one of them was Kalani teacher, so they would go by and look out for the kids and everything. So I think it's all in, your surroundings, to be honest. Okay. I think I live in a pretty trusting neighborhood. It's a pretty decent amount of kids around here. Like, I always look at stuff like that when I move somewhere. A lot of people in this area, they've been living in their houses for forever. They're elderly for the most part. You always going to have a bad house, whether you're in the suburbs or you in the hood. It's always going to be a dope house. Might not look like it, but it's always going to be a dope house. There's always going to be
something going on in that house.
But I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm not overprotective.
Rebuild the sense of community and look out for each other.
You remember, it used to be like that, where if you was outside doing something you ain't had no business doing, your neighbor was going to tell your mom.
I still do that, so I don't care.
And I feel like that has changed a lot. Like, if you was out there ripping and running the street, and somebody that knew y'all or knew where you lived at, they was gonna say something. Like,
we was at a dance competition, and one of the little girls that danced with Helani, her mom was on the other side, and she's standing with the other little girls up there twerking. I was like, oh, your mom know you dance like that? Yeah, she know. Okay, I'm about to go tell her right now that you dancing. Like, oh, no. All right, then. That means you need to stop. Like, you gotta check stuff like that.
Like, people,
See, but then another issue is that a lot of people be like, oh, you can't talk to my kids like that. Like, can't nobody tell my kids what to do.
You can't tell my kids what to do.
If you don't have this,
why you worried about what my child doing? Because there's a lot of people who feel like when you mention stuff like that, like you're telling them how to parent. And that's a problem for them. Like, you can't tell me how to raise my child.
Because I'm still going to check yours. But then again, it all goes in the way of what you're doing it, like, or how you do it, rather. Just like when you discipline your own kids, it's all in how you do it. Yeah, it's all how it's gonna come across to them. It's how I feel about it. I don't know.
Well, we got like 7 minutes left. I don't really have much else to say. What about you?
This was really like a chit chat.
It was a chit chat.
Because it was all over the place.
We jumped all over the place with this one.
I will say, don't forget my cousins to comment below and tell my sister that she was Grandma Martha's favorite.
I was not Grandma's favorite.
So that's why we would send her to go ask the questions, because we all knew that she was the favorite.
I was not the favorite. But I also want to ask my mama to please comment below and let us know. I was not out at no party. People who went to school with me too. I was not at no parties.
Yes, y'all soda 04. Sorry to show y'all age, alumni
just
from
put
the
our age all
drama majors or however it was considered.
It was drama majors. There was some
y'all know y'all
majors
used to have y'all parties and stuff.
No, it wasn't like that.
It used to go down.
It wasn't like that.
I wished I was there. And I didn't even like School of the Arts, but I wished I was there because the way I heard about them parties. It was like Project X.
That is a lie.
I'm dragging it, but it was crazy.
It was I don't remember any of that.
Drunk and stuff like that, and you just thought it was so cool.
I don't remember any of that.
But just to wrap up show 8, make sure that you guys like and subscribe to the page. Comment below. Give us some show ideas, because this literally was like a babble.
And this came out of nowhere. It was the last minute decision because we did not know what to talk about.
But we're committed. So
every week,
look forward in the next couple weeks to us doing an episode on this Gypsy Rose situation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should put a link in, just like a preview or something about what Gypsy Rose is. So the next time we come on, we do our next show, at least people have a
check out the act on Hulu. If you don't know anything about Gypsy Rose, there's a lot of interviews and a lot of media coverage from when this all happened.
I'm almost positive this was
check
the
out
same
the act.
movie that they just recently did.
They did
Lifetime.
something on Lifetime as well. I didn't see the Lifetime thing, but I am watching. I'm 2 episodes away from being done with the act on Hulu.
How many episodes is it?
It's 8 episodes.
Okay,
it's a
that's not bad. I can watch that.
It's 8 episodes. I've got 2 left. So check it out, or find the story. You could YouTube the videos or like the interviews, because I watched a couple interviews last night.
Yep. So again, just like and subscribe, and we will see y'all next time.
Peace.